So it has been a while since I did a Bob Dylan video. I can't even remember the last time I made the video. I know my last reaction was for It's Alright Ma, I'm Only Bleeding, which was my favorite song so far. I think I've reacted to at least 3, maybe 4 of his songs. I know for sure 4 of them. Like a Rolling Stone, Blowing in the Wind, It's Alright Ma, I'm Only Bleeding. Yep, I almost said dying because that's in the lyrics. And then Knocking on Heaven's Door, obviously, because I know the Guns N' Roses one. I do know the original one. And you could say All Along the Watchtower as well, because I know the Hendrix one, of course. But today I'm going to be reacting to Tangled Up in Blue. I've never heard this song before. Obviously, that's why I'm doing the reaction. I have these new headphones. I don't know anything about the song. It is 4 minutes and 27 seconds. I have the official music video up here. Now, the reason I don't normally do music videos is just because they normally get blocked. But I'm just going to put it up here, but I will have to put text over it. So when you see that there, that is why. And I have the lyrics up here if I need them, but I think I'm just going to stick to watching the video because his voice is clear enough. I really enjoy his voice. I know people always argue about that. I see people in my comments even arguing about it, but I guess it's time to do this. I, again, don't know what to expect, but I have heard that this is like top 5. So let's go. Looks like sunscreen or face paint. Anticipating it.
Early one morning the sun was shining. She was lying in bed.
They know it.
Wondering if she changed it all, if her hair was still red. If folks they said their lives together sure was it gonna be rough. They never did like Mama's homemade dress. Papa's bank book wasn't big enough. He was standing on the side of the road, rain falling on his shoes. Heading out for the East Coast, Lord knows he paid some dues. Getting through, tangled up in blue.
Just gonna look at the lyrics while I watch this. I can understand it, but I just want to be sure.
She was married when they first met, soon to be divorced. He helped her out of a jam, I guess, but he used a little too much force. And he drove that car as far as they could, abandoned it out west. Splitting up on the docks that night, both agree on it was best. And she turned around to look at him as he was walking away, saying over her shoulder, we'll meet again someday on the avenue.
This is probably his best song vocally so far.
He had a job in Santa Fe, working in an old hotel. But he never did like it all that much, and one day it just went to hell. So he drifted down to New Orleans, lucky not to be destroyed. Well, we got him a job on a fishing boat docked outside Delacroix. But all the while he was alone, the past was close behind.
A little bit of rasp in there, I like that.
He's seen a lot of women, but she never escaped his mind, and he just grew.
Seems like the lyrics are a little bit changed here. I like that. Also, I can't hear myself talking. These like cancel everything.
She was working in a topless place, and I stopped in for a beer. I just kept looking at the side of her face and the spotlight so clear. And later on, when the crowd thinned out, I was just about to do the same. She was standing there right beside my chair, said, don't tell me, let me guess your name. I muttered something underneath my breath. She studied the lines of my face.
So much breath control. I love it.
When she bent down to tie the laces of my shoes, tangled up in blue.
I love it. I love it.
I lived with them on Montague Street in a basement down the stairs. There was music in the cafes at night and revolution in the air. Well, he started into dealing with slaves and something inside of him died. She had to sell everything she owned and froze up inside. And when it all came crashing down, I became withdrawn. The only thing I knew how to do was keep on keeping on like a bird that flew, tangled up in blue.
I don't know what the best one is anymore. I don't know. I hope I'm not yelling.
So now I'm going on back again. I got to get to them somehow. All the faces we used to know, they're an illusion to me now. Some are mathematicians, some are truck drivers' wives. Don't know how it all got started. I don't know what they're doing with their lives. But me, I'm still on the road, heading for another joint. We always did feel the same, we just saw it from a different point of view. Tangled up in blue.
Of course, of course. The foot's tapping. Normally, I think that like the harmonica is like probably the most annoying instrument out there besides the recorder, obviously, but Bob Dylan makes it so that it works and it sounds really good. It looks like when I'm just looking at the lyrics here, these are from Music X Match or whatever. It's just when you look up Tangled Up in Blue and lyrics right away, that's just what comes up. Looks like he might have changed the lyrics a little bit, unless these are just wrong. That could totally be it. But I have a few theories about this song. I feel like it could be just about someone obviously it's about someone. I think that all his stories are, I mean, it tells a great story no matter what it is. I probably will get it wrong. I'm gonna guess and then I'll look it up, but I think it's kind of about someone who kind of goes around in life and they found someone, but then that person disappeared. But then when they go into that, the place where the topless place, as he calls it, it's like he finally rekindles and sees that person again and is, I guess, flooded with all the memories, because it says like, I must admit I feel uneasy and all that. So maybe that's what it was, but I'm gonna look it up now just so I'm 100% sure. But if there is other meanings that I say next and you guys know the real meaning, then let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so we have a few things here on Song Facts. As always, you know I always go here, and this is just one. I don't even know who writes these. There's another website, I think it's Song Meanings, that people always put their different thoughts, but this is just one I trust the most, I guess. And it first says, this is a very personal song for Dylan and an oblique narrative. It deals with the changes he was going through, including his marriage falling apart. A predominant theme is trying to escape the past. Dylan wrote this in the summer of 1974 at a farm he just bought in Minnesota. He had been touring with the band earlier that year. Blood on the Tracks was Dylan's first album under his new contract with Columbia Records. He left the label a year earlier to record for David Geffen's label, Asylum Records. That was a little bit of a mouthful to say. I didn't want to pause and go like this. And also, I totally forgot to mention, but Shelter from the Storm is another one that I reacted to, and I love that song so much. I listen to it all the time, and it's from the same album here, so I think that's part of the reason why I want to do this one next. And I saw a few videos on it, like in my recommended. I obviously didn't watch them, but so many people want to analyze this song, and I can see why. This is great, and this is one that I feel like I haven't fully taken in. Like, I feel like when listening to it, I'm just trying to figure out what it means. And that's just someone like me. I always do that with songs. I always have to instantly find out what they mean. And maybe there isn't a true meaning. I think that obviously it is dealing with, as it says here, trying to escape the past. And that's why I said earlier, when they see that person, I think their ex-wife, it kind of is referring to, they're flooded with all the memories. And that's something that I can really connect to. When you see somebody that was in your past and your mind instantly goes to thinking of everything that happened with them. The good typically is the first thing, but then you think of the bad. And I feel like that's what this song captures in 4 minutes and 27 seconds. At least this is what the video was. I think this was just him live. The audio was really good for live, and the crowd was really good for not yelling except for just the start and the end, which was really good. I assume the studio one is even longer. Don't get mad at me, guys. I didn't know that this was a live one, and if it's live, I mean, who cares? It still sounded great. But what is your favorite Bob Dylan song? Which one should I react to next? And let me know what the song actually means in the comments down below, and thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Over and out.